What up, everybody, and welcome to Baz on Blades. My name is Baz, and I talk about blades. And today, guys, we've got a knife I'm personally very excited to talk about, and that is the new Rustic Gent from Civivi Knives. And here it is. Isn't it a beauty? Look at that, guys. You can tell that thing is going to cut so well. Let's take it out of the box, quit kidding around, and look at this thing. What we've got here is the tan micarta version of the Civivi Rustic Gent lockback folder. You're going to see here. We're going to take a look at all this stuff real quick. You get a couple of stickers, Civivi stickers here in the box. This is your Civivi branding information. You do get a Civivi branded microfiber polishing cloth, and then you've got the knife itself again in Civivi branded wrapping here. And we're going to take it out, and here is your first look at the Civivi Rustic Gent in the burlap micarta. Look at that, guys. The tan micarta. Tan is what they're calling it. It looks like a burlap micarta. And let's open it up real quick. Do some little internet knife porn here, guys. Look at that. That is a beautiful, beautiful profile for a gentleman's lockback folder. And then we're going to look very quickly here. It does come with a leather slip that we will talk about more later. And I know the more astute of you noticed that the knife does not have a pocket clip. It does not have a pocket clip, guys. And you know what? I'm not going to say a bad thing about that. I love that decision by Civivi. If you don't like that decision, I'm sorry. It just doesn't come with a pocket clip, guys. Come on. It just doesn't. Now, this is the Civivi Rustic Gent. It does come in 4 versions, the same knife. The difference is in the handle treatment. All 4 have carbon fiber bolsters. Then you have different micartas and a G10 selection for the handle. You've got this rough textured burlap tan micarta. You've got another rough textured black micarta. Then you've got a smoother textured green linen micarta. And then you have a very smooth textured black G10. Again, all of them the same knife, same size, same carbon fiber bolsters, same blade. Everything is the same, just a change in the handle material. So, Baz on Blades, what do you think about this coming out of the box here? And this is a little different for a Baz on Blades review. And coming out of the box, guys, is some crap that's going to be on our background there if we don't get it out. But coming out of the box, I really, really love the idea of this knife. I love the idea of this knife. I love the way it was realized in this production knife from a Chinese producer, guys. If you look at this knife, if you handle this knife, it does not say in any way I was made in China. And I'm not talking about quality level. I'm talking about the idea of the knife. I don't know, guys. There's sort of, at least for Baz on Blades, there's a sort of romanticized way I look at this knife, and that it brings back knives from my youth. Very classic design, but in modern materials and sort of a modern update. And I'm just super, super excited about this knife. And I'm going to tell you right now, I'm at least going to buy one more example myself, and that's the green micarta. And you know what, guys? These things are not too pricey. I picked this one up at White Mountain Knives, where they are currently sold out. They sold out just in a couple of days. All the different versions sold out. So be on the lookout for that. And the micarta knives are going to go for about $76.50. The G10 is going to go for $74.80, and after the 10% discount codes that White Mountain has out there, you're looking at 78 or 68.85 and 67.05. Very good price for this. Now, let's talk about specs very quick, get the numbers knocked out, and then we'll take a closer look at the knife. And I'm going to tell you guys what I think about it. Your blade length is right at 3 inches from tip to the bolster of the handle, and that's 7.5 centimeters. The blade stock thickness is 100 thousandths. That's a tenth of an inch, guys, or 2.5 millimeters. Your blade width at the widest is 8/10 of an inch or 20 millimeters. Your handle length, 3 7/8 of an inch or slightly less than 10 centimeters. Your handle thickness is right under 1/2 an inch. It's 450 thousandths of an inch, guys, and that is 11.5 millimeters. Your handle width at the widest part is about 850 thousandths of an inch or 21 millimeters. The closed width, guys, at the widest is 1.1 inches or 29 millimeters. Overall length, 6 7/8 of an inch or slightly less than 17.5 centimeters. Behind the edge thickness on this hollow ground D2 blade is ridiculous. That is going to be the word that I probably will use most with this knife. It is ridiculous. I hit it in 3 spots along the edge. It averaged out to 13 thousandths behind the edge, and that is 0.35 millimeters, guys. Your handle to blade ratio is excellent at 0.77. Your weight, 2.5 ounces for the knife itself, and that goes to 3.3 ounces with the slip, and that is 70 grams and 92 grams respective. It is a compact, smaller knife. We are talking about a 3-inch blade length, guys, and this is in my medium large hands. You can see how it fits in my medium large hands. It is plenty enough to get a full 4-finger grip on, but there's none left over down there, guys. So you fellows that have the large and extra large hands might find this a little compact, but again, it is a gentleman's carry, guys, and it is made to appeal to those that would carry something smaller like this but want to have a lock-in, more modern rendition of a classic design. Now, as far as materials go, again, we are in D2 for your blade steel. That is a semi-stainless tool steel, guys. It is high carbon, high chromium. It does contain vanadium. It is a very toothy cutter. It is a very toothy cutter, guys. I have used D2 a lot. I've used it a lot. I've recently, while testing another knife with D2, I have cut literally hundreds of feet of cardboard with that knife, with no sharpening, just some stropping in between, and I've been carrying it for months, and it's just now getting to the point where I need to resharpen. D2 is a pretty decent performer and has quickly become the darling steel of the budget knife realm. Now, you just got to remember, it is not fully stainless. It is semi-stainless. It misses that stainless qualifier by about 1.5% of chromium. And it's easy to take care of. Don't listen to all the nightmare stories out there. Just use some rust inhibitor on it. Use some mineral oil on it. It doesn't take much use. Really, what it takes is just keeping it clean, guys. Those of you that live along the coast where your air itself is humid and salty, D2 may not be the best steel for you, but you can still do it with just a modicum of care. Just keep something like Tough Glide on it, and that's a rust inhibitor, guys. In your handle materials, you've got carbon fiber bolsters on this particular version. The tan micarta is a burlap micarta, and we're going to get very close, guys. It is finished in a way that the fuzz of the micarta is raised enough to feel it. Now you can see a little bit of that. Hopefully that's in focus for you guys. And it adds to the rustic feel of it. It adds to the quality of the in-hand feel of it. It's as comforting as macaroni and cheese, guys. I am telling you, if this handle was a comfort food, that's what it would be. It feels that good in the hand. The black micarta will probably be about the same. And then the green with the tighter linen weave will finish off smoother. And then the G10 will finish just like machine G10 does, very smooth finish. But this is not only attractive, it's just... it's a very, when you're going for this rustic gent vibe here, guys, this ideal, it is very fitting. Your small parts are in stainless steel. It does feature the new deep engraved Civivi pivot cover here. Your small hardware is T8 Torx, guys. All very well done. We, Civivi, probably the best brand on the market as far as their internally produced hardware goes. It's excellent. The knife does feature a sort of hidden away lanyard attachment here. We get up close, you can see exactly what you're working with there, and I very much like that for the same reason that I love this knife without the pocket clip. If this knife had a pocket clip, I probably wouldn't even buy it, guys. It would totally ruin the vibe of this knife. And I don't want a big hole going through it for a lanyard because, first of all, I'm not going to put a lanyard on it. And second, I just think it just doesn't fit that. And now maybe if you did some little woven leather sort of lanyard that was, a couple of inches long with a simple little bead, it would fit that rustic vibe. I very much like that they hid that away, and it looks pretty accessible, guys. It looks pretty good. And while we're looking at that, let's take a look at the way these stainless liners, the micarta carbon fiber and the back spring line up here on this lock back, guys. It's a very cleanly done. The knife is very cleanly done. Internally, externally, you can see those steel liners are not weight relieved, but the thing weighs 2.5 ounces, guys. It's got a 3-inch blade length. That exceeds the 1 ounce per inch of blade length ratio that we like to see for lightweight carry. It is just, as far as materials, fit and finish, some of you guys may prefer a stainless steel over the D2. That doesn't make D2 bad. It is what it is, guys. And of course, you've got choice of handle material and the other iterations. It's just beautifully done, guys. And let's use that as sort of a segue into fit and finish. Go back up to the blade here to this hollow grind. It is a machine satin hollow grind, guys. And it's wonderfully done. It is wonderfully done. I love everything about this blade profile and this blade grind. I love the profile, this aggressive modern clip here, guys. It modernizes that clip point blade profile. Then you put it with this super thin behind the edge hollow grind that is so well executed. Look at the way the light reflects across that grind. You are not seeing dips and uneven places, guys. Look how it flows into the plunge grind, this soft backwards raked plunge grind here. And while we're looking at it, you do see we have a sharpening choil here, and it does come out to the flat of the blade grind. Very well done there. You will also notice a lack of billboarding. There is no billboarding on this knife other than somewhere right right here is a little D2 etching. That's it, guys. There's no Civivi, there's no Rustic Gent, there's no nothing on it. It is totally sterile other than that D2 mark, and I very much love that. It would have been such a disappointment to see such a beautifully done knife that was billboarded up. You do have this, what is working as a nail nick catch here. This is the full length of the remaining spine of the blade. It is deep. It is finished to the right degree to be able to catch it with your skin or with your nail to pull this open. The spine of the blade is flat, guys. Everything is just very well done, very well machined. The secondary bevel is even and nice on both sides. The point is it instantly catches on touching, guys. No pressure at all. It is very piercing, and a 1/10 of an inch thickness on your blade still, guys. 2.5 millimeters. That's a thin blade. We're going to look at it right here. You can see the flex in that blade, guys. And by the way, absolutely no play either direction, no radial play, no lateral play on this lockback, the first lockback design from Civivi. Fit and finish on this blade is excellent, guys. Fit and finish on the handle. I think you've seen enough of it already that you can tell. I mean, I'm getting up. Oh my God, we're getting up so close here. Guys, there is nothing to complain about. Look at this joiner line from the carbon fiber bolster to the micarta. Other than the difference in surface texture, that's how you tell. It is so well done, guys. So well done. Very tight fit and finish. Just everything is just, it's just so well done. I mean, I keep saying it's so well done over and over, but it is, guys. It's very, it just does not feel as if it is a Chinese produced knife. And I'm just going to say right now, to those individuals, men and women that are working on the production line for this knife, thank you. I work in manufacturing and have for about 30 years, and I can tell you right now that the people that are making these knives, from what I've seen, care about this knife. They care about this knife, guys. And that is the difference when it comes to fit and finish. It's just so very well done. I'm just showing you the same stuff over and over and over, guys. If you haven't noticed, it is a radially machined handle. It's just a very, very comfortable in the hands with that finish. That radial finishing, guys. Okay, next is action. Well, this is not your typical flipper folder on bearings, which we and Civivi do plenty of, and they do a very good job, as good as anybody else. What you've got here is a back spring lock back on phosphor bronze bushings. It is on phosphor bronze bushings, guys. You can see them easily there. Nice, thick, well-finished bushings. The action is very smooth. It does feature a slip joint-ish half stop here, guys. You've got a half stop right here, which is nice. And it's got a, the spring is appropriate for what it is, the spring pressure. It is not super hard spring pressure like you see on ultra cheap lockbacks, guys. This is the spring pressure is balanced to where the whole opening and closing is, it's almost like it's hydraulic, much like you describe bearing pivot flippers that have no sense of friction. This has a sense of friction opening and closing, but all the mating surfaces are ultra smooth. The mating surfaces from the tang of the blade to the lock bar, everything is very smooth against itself and other things, and it's a joy to open and close. Now, for those of you that only like ball bearing flipper folders, you're not going to like this because it takes 2 hands to open and close. It is what it is, guys. When you go with a traditional design like this, you are going to have to partake in traditional techniques. And that is what it is. I do not mind that at all. It is part of the joy of carrying this little knife. And another part of it, let's bring this slip in, guys. All of these Civivi Gents come with this Civivi branded leather slip. It does feature a permanently affixed deep carry pocket clip. The steel stock thickness on the pocket clip is very thick and strong. It is a strong deep carry pocket clip, and it even carries sort of the design language of the normal deep carry pocket clip you find on all the Civivi folders. I like that, actually, as somebody that has multiple Civivi knives in my collection. That's sort of a connection between differing models. This is very soft leather. Now, is this the same quality as a $100 Italian-made pocket slip? No, it's not, guys. But it is far better quality than I would ever expect out of this price point. Remember, I got this knife for $68, and it's much higher quality. Look at the way the leather creases and crinkles. You can see this is not some hard as a board Pakistani leather sheath, guys. It may not be the highest quality leather, but it feels really good for the cost. I mean, it's really good, guys. Now, we're going to slip this down in here. I'll show you how it fits. There is your fit on it, guys. The slip is not too big, not too small. It's got a nice firm fit to it. Now, you'll notice I did put the bolster in first, and the reason I do that on a leather slip, guys, is it's the narrower part of the knife. The wider part of the knife will stretch that leather. You can put it in there. Let's put it in there like that, guys, and you may, here, let's flip it over like this and we'll put it in, and you may like the look of the Civivi pivot and the carbon fiber. But you'll notice this is stretching. It's going to stretch this whole length of this leather slip, guys, because the tail end of the knife is wider. And you will lose retention because of that. So I use it with the bolster down like that. And that's naturally, if the knife had a pocket clip, that's the way most of us would typically carry, which would be tip up, guys. You can then slip that right down in your pocket. You can use the pocket clip and catch it on the edge of your pocket where it stays at the top of your pocket like a clip-on knife. Or you can just bypass this clip and slip it down in your pocket and deep carry it. Oh my goodness, I dropped it. Deep carry it, guys. I very much like that. And again, it fits with the whole rustic gent persona here. I've seen initial reviews where people are like, well, I got this thing and I wish it had a pocket clip. Are you serious? Do you seriously wish this knife had a pocket clip when it comes with such a good slip? It's such, it is so well served by not having a pocket clip and having this slip. The whole ideal is so well served. It kills me when people buy something, they know it doesn't have a pocket clip, they review it, and then they're like, oh, you know what, it just doesn't fit my, whatever, I like a pocket clip, and da-da-da-da-da-da. Well, you knew it didn't have a pocket clip when you bought it, so why even say anything? I knew it didn't have a pocket clip when I bought it, and I love the idea. And that's why I'm saying something, guys, because this knife, the ideal of this knife, the design of this knife, the rendering of this knife, the realization manufacturing wise of this knife, guys, as it's impressed me. This knife has impressed me more than anything else Civivi has done. Now, Civivi does a great product, mostly bearing pivot flipper folders. And you know what? They do. They make a great one for the budget realm. And that's technology and manufacturing experience. It trickles down from the parent company, which does higher-end titanium frame lock flipper folders for the most part. So when they release a new flipper folder and everybody's like, yeah, I'm like, okay, it's a Civivi flipper folder. But when they come out of left field with something like this and it just blows me away, that is impressive, guys. It is really impressive to me how well realized this is. I love everything about it. I love everything about this knife. I honestly, the only suggestion I have, let's bring some of that killer stainless Damascus to it, or maybe do a premium version with S35 VN. I don't know if that's in their business model for Civivi, crossing over up to the blade steels like they would use at but other than that, guys, I wouldn't change a doggone thing about this little knife. It is awesome, and I am so recommending whatever handle material you prefer. When these are in stock, you get it, guys. Get it. Go over to whoever you use. I recommend White Mountain Knives. Go over there and use one of the many 10% discount codes that are floating around and get this thing. $68, guys. Yeah, zero issues here. Zero issues, and 110% love from Baz on Blades for this knife. I can tell you, men in my family, they're getting this for their birthday. Men in my family getting this for my birthday. So if any of you guys are watching, you let me know which handle material you like, because you're getting one of these sometime this year. It's just so very well done, guys. All right. As always, I thank you for taking the time to watch one of my videos. We're getting ready to close out 2019. We're getting close to 3,000 subscribers here at Baz on Blades. My view count is almost 400,000 views. Why in the world anybody would want to watch my videos that many times is beyond me, but I very much appreciate it. As always, thank you for taking the time to watch one of my videos. God bless all of you, and we will talk to you again.